Hey guys, so I thought I would do an updated Rabbitry tour. A lot has changed since my last one, which I made in December. So I've sold quite a few, I've bought a couple, lots of different changes. I also went to a show, and I'll tell you which ones I took and how they did. And then I also bought a couple from the show. So I'll just tell you as we go. But sad news is that my Flemish Giant Frenchie, sadly we had to end up culling her. She was on the Orbax medication, and we actually did a second round of it, and she still wasn't any better. So we sadly had to end up culling her. But so yeah, let's just get started. Get the healing. This right here, that's Ringo. He is a Blue Tort Senior English Lot Buck. I would open his cage, but I can't because I don't have enough hands right now. But that's him. He's still doing good. No new changes with him. He's a good boy. And then we actually had an accidental litter with him and my favorite rabbit, Sandy, who I have decided is not a Flemish Giant. I didn't think she was in the first place because she only seniored out at 9 pounds. But I definitely don't think so now. I do believe she is a chestnut New Zealand. But there is Sandy. Evie. She's a good girl. And she actually had babies. Like I said, these are from Ringo. So these will just be pets. But she had 5 chestnuts, and she had 3 red-eyed whites, but one of them didn't make it. And then this cute little fawn baby. I don't know if you can see how weird her little ears are, but they're like trying to lop, but they can't. I don't know, but she's so cute. Hi, Vivi. And these are so friendly. All of these babies are so friendly. Hi. But yep, so there's 4 girls and 4 boys actually. Or no, there's 5 girls and 3 boys. Yeah. The 2 red-eyed whites are boys, and one of the chestnuts is a boy. And the rest are does. So they have strange ears, but they're about 5 weeks old. So here before too long, I'll start weaning them and moving them on, sadly. But so yep, that's them. And then in here, this is actually a crazy story. This is Joey. He is a Sandy Flemish Giant Senior Buck. He's right at about 18 pounds right now. I actually picked him up at the show from a guy who had 2 Sandy Bucks that were brothers. And he was selling Joey because the other buck that he had was his brother and kept beating him out on the show table. So I said, okay, well, I'll buy him. I looked him over and everything, and he looks really nice. And he said, are you going to stay? And I was like, yeah. So he said he was just going to go ahead and show him in the second show. And so I said, sure, no problem. Well, this buck actually ended up beating out all of the Sandys, including his brother. So I thought that was kind of crazy that he was so dead set on the fact that this buck would never beat his brother, and then not even probably an hour later, he ended up beating not only his brother, but all of the Sandys. So, but either way, I'm so glad that I got him, if he would have won or not, because he's just a really nice buck. And I actually am really wanting to get into Sandys for my Flemish Giants, but in my area it's like impossible to find them. So I was really happy with him. But yep, that's Joey, because he looks like a baby kangaroo. And then in here, this is Gopher. Hi, baby. She's still doing good. No new changes with her. She's just getting big, aren't you? They're just getting big. She always knocks her food over too. Hi. She's still as sweet as can be. I didn't take her to the show. I wanted to, but she's kind of going through the uglies right now. She doesn't look as good as she should, I don't think. So, we're just kind of waiting it out. There's a show in the middle of April, so I'm really hoping that she'll be ready by that time. But she's still a junior. She's a little baby still. So that's her. And then over here, this is kind of funny. I don't know if you remember my last video. I was talking about Ursula, and I was showing you her day-old babies. I think she had 6. 4 survived. She had 3 does and 1 buck. And my chicken is wanting more food. She's not shy at all. I don't have any more food for you. You had enough. Anyways, so this is actually the buck that I kept out of that litter. The other 3 ended up being torted otters or foxes in color. He was only black tort, but that really didn't matter either, just because he actually was the nicest of them all. So, yep, that is him, and his name is Shady's Little Johnny. So he's a cute little guy. And then I picked up another rabbit from the show, and this one I'm super excited about. Trying to figure out. Okay. This is my black tort double-maned senior lion head doe. This is Pride Lands Saphira. She is just fantastic. She's fabulous. She's a little cranky, but she is just a great doe. She has fantastic bone. She's got really nice type. She's probably just going to be a brood doe, just because there's a couple things about her that I don't really care for. But at the same time, she has some of those fantastic qualities that lion heads should have. So she's actually bred to Littlefoot, and she's due in the middle of March. So hopefully we'll have some fantastic lion head babies. But so yeah, that's her. Really happy with her. Really happy. Alright, and then let me take you out here to the others. More chickens. Alright, so this is actually a new rabbit for you guys that I know you haven't seen. She's so cranky though, which is weird for this breed, but anyways, this is Dawn the Fawn. She's a senior fawn Flemish Giant doe, and she's actually bred to Joey. And like I said, I'm really wanting to do Sandy's, but it's been really hard for me to find any. She's not gonna come out. Oh, there she is. But I did hear that you could breed a fawn to a Sandy as long as you didn't do it excessively in the lines, and you would have some pretty nice Sandies. So hopefully she'll have some really nice Sandies, and we'll be able to keep some of those back for breeding, I hope. But if not, you know, it is what it is, and we'll just figure it out from there. I did actually take her to the show though, and they actually didn't really like her. She got third in the fawn senior does, so she didn't make it very far. They basically said that she needs to be longer in body. She just doesn't have the mass that the other ones did, which I can kind of see. I mean, she's a really big rabbit. She weighs 16 pounds, but compared to what was there, I mean, it was just insane. She really didn't stand a chance. And they also said that she's a little smutty in color, which I don't know if I really agree with that, but only one judge said that, so she's done with us. She doesn't want to talk to us. But yeah, so that's her. Just a second. And you'll notice that King Lappy, my mini lap buck, is gone. Sold him, but he went to a great home. He went to actually a pet home. But Littlefoot's in here. This is Shady's Littlefoot, double-maned black tort senior lionhead buck. It's a pretty big cage for him, but he's loving it. I haven't fed yet, so he's very upset with me. But I actually took him to show, and he looks horrible right now, but all brushed up. He looks pretty fantastic. And he actually took best of breed for his for the lionheads, and he got to compete for best in show, which was pretty exciting. Even though we didn't win anything, it was still kind of neat to be able to compete for best in show. So yeah, they had really good comments about him. Great mane and density to the mane, and fantastic substance and texture to the ears. The only thing they faulted him on was that he could use a little more bone, which is why I'm so excited that I got Saphira, because she is just full of bone. So I'm really hoping that these babies turn out really nice. But that's Littlefoot. So we're really happy with him. He's a good boy. And then if you remember, my broken black mini Rex buck was actually over here. He was sold as well, along with my broken red mini Rex doe. And in here is actually Ursula now. And I need to make a correction. She is not a black tort. She is a torted otter, or what's also called a fox in color. Non-showable, non-desirable, but it's too late now because I already have 2 babies from her. But she's actually going to be sold here before too long. Hello. But she's a single mane senior lionhead doe. But that's her. And I think I'm actually going to probably cut it off here, and then I'll do a part 2 of just like the 4 rabbits that I have down there. So I will talk to you in just a second.